and welcome to Nana's Crafty Home. My name is Tanya. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to crochet the star stitch. This stitch is part of my Winter's Night Rhapsody blanket that you can find as a free pattern on my website. I already showed you how to work the base of double crochets with the chain that we're going to be working our star stitch into. You can find that tutorial as part of my snowflake tutorial, and I have a link below in the description for you if you want to check out how to crochet your double crochet base with your chains before you begin working on your star. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've already worked a base of double crochets with chain ones between them. That chain one is where we're going to be working our star. So I'm going to get my yellow yarn here on my hook, and I'm going to insert my hook into that chain. So in any chain, you can see that chain right here, and I'm going to insert my hook into that chain, picking up 2 loops. Now at this point, you could go ahead and put in a stitch marker because that chain is going to get tight because of how many stitches I'm going to work into it. And if you want to keep track of that chain loop in the front, just put in a stitch marker. So I'm ready to begin my star, and I'm going to join my yellow with a slip stitch. And I'm going to chain 1, work 3 single crochets in that chain. So I'm going to insert my hook back into that chain, picking up the same 2 loops, and work 3 single crochets. There's 2 and 3. I'm going to rotate my work slightly, and I'm going to insert my hook back into that same chain, but now that front single loop of that chain is on the front side of my hook, and I'm going to work 2 single crochets in that same chain. I'm going to remove my stitch marker. We're not going to slip stitch join. I have a total of 5 single crochet stitches worked into that chain. For round 2, I'm going to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. So in that first stitch, I'm going to work 2 single crochets. You can go ahead to keep track of that first stitch. Go ahead and put your stitch marker into that first single crochet. Work another single crochet in that same stitch, and now work 2 single crochets in the remaining stitches. After we've worked in that last single crochet, we're going to have a total of 10 stitches for round 2. Round 3 is our last round for our star, and we're going to start out by working a double crochet, treble, chain 2, slip stitch into that second chain from the hook, treble, double crochet, all worked in the next stitch. So that first stitch from round 2, I'm going to work a double crochet, treble, chain 2, slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, so you're working a picot, the top of that, treble in the same stitch, double crochet in the same stitch, and then work a single crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to repeat that to the end. So next stitch, double crochet, treble, and remember a treble is yarning over twice, chain 2, slip stitch into that second chain, treble, all worked in that same stitch, double crochet in that same stitch, and then single crochet in the next stitch, and just repeat that on around. And after you've worked your last start point, you're going to single crochet in that next stitch, slip stitch into the first stitch. Fasten off, and we're going to leave a nice long tail, so if you want to tack it down, you can do so. And we've completed our first star. Now your star will stay fairly flat as it is, but I do like to take my long tail and then just tack down the back edges, picking up the back of the star and tacking it down to my base, which will help your star keep its shape. You can also block your finished project. So your first round looks pretty good as it is, but you can do the same thing that we did with our snowflake and take that first end that we had from the beginning, and before you weave it in, you can go ahead and run it around round 1 and tighten it to make sure that that isn't loose at all at the beginning. And again, you can check out my snowflake tutorial, which will walk through all the steps on how to tighten that first round as well as how to tack down. So once you've completed your star, your first star, you would just go on and repeat those same steps in all of your chain 1s from your base. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. Thanks so much for being with me. As always, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss a new video. Thanks everyone. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.